Hi everybody, welcome to Braniel Church. I am Neil, the Society Steward here. Today I'm going to share a little bit about what goes on in Braniel Church, what is going to go on, and I'll give you a little bit of a tour of the place as well. So during lockdown we made the decision, we did a little course on outreach, and we decided that we wanted to make a lot of changes in the church in order to make it a more welcoming place for people coming in. So one of the places that we redecorated, maybe shall we say, is in here. This is the Stanley Spence Hall, and as you can see, we turned it into what was a sort of a multi-purpose room with floor that was falling apart, old looking walls, and we turned it into what we call now it's still called the Stanley Spence, but it's like a little bit of a cafe area. We open it up during the week for a community cafe sort of feel, and people can come in, get a cup of tea, coffee, buns, etc. And it gives us an opportunity to engage with people as well. So always thinking outreach now, so you'll probably see a theme of that as you move forward with this video. But this is the new cafe area in the Stanley Spence Hall. So this is our sanctuary. Now again, it was redecorated during lockdown. It used to be old brick walls and very much dark woods and all the rest of it. It was very dark and a very dull place. So when somewhere we're coming to worship Jesus, I think it should be nice and bright and airy and also modern as well. So we redecorated, painted the walls. We've got Psalm 100 verse 2 on the wall there to remind us of why we're here. As you can see, the layout is a little bit different. One of the things that we are trying to do things different. So in recent times, on a Sunday morning, we've had cafe church, and then last Sunday we did church a little bit differently. We did it in the round, and it was a prayer and a praise time. So real focus on intentional prayer and real worship, but together as well, because we can be I think in our rows we can be quite separate. So this brought us all together, and we gathered around the piano and we worshipped and we prayed. It was a really, really good service. But it's this flexibility of this space that allows us to do church differently, which we think is definitely much needed in these times. Our worship is, as you can see with the keyboard and the drums in the background, is quite modern as well. We want to try and make it modern and fresh so that we can encourage the young families, which are the most of the estate around us, to come in here and to feel welcome and to feel comfortable in this place. It's very much a come as you are, no ties and three-piece suits needed or fancy dresses and hats. You come as you are. If you want to wear that, that's fine. But if you want to come in your shorts, your jeans, whatever you feel comfortable in, this is what trying to make this space as welcoming as possible, because we know that Jesus is open to everybody, not just the holy huddle. So one of the things we have a real big focus on at Braniel Church is food. Yes, me, but also the church family. And one of the things we want to do is make sure that no one in the area goes hungry. And that's one of the things at a recent meeting we decided to say that no one in Braniel should go hungry, and that's one of our goals. So we have a food table. We put it out every Wednesday. We're looking at more opportunities of other times we can put that out. But it's an opportunity for people to come, take a bag, fill it with food. That's funded by people bringing donations of food, and also on the Sundays where we have Holy Communion, we have our benevolent fund, or our care fund. People put money into that, and we utilise that money to help keep the table stocked up. And there's something else we do with that money, and I'll show you that in just a bit. So this is our big hall, and this is where the GB use for most of their activities as things go on throughout the week. It's also used for anything that's sports related, but as you can see at the minute, it is currently being used for our school uniform recycling scheme. Basically, people come at the end of the school year and bring their uniforms that are still in reasonably good condition, and then we package them up, wash them, iron them, and then they're put out again later in July for redistribution. So this is our building site. I jest, but technically it is our building site. So what is going on here? Well, a number of years ago we started working with Belfast City Council. There was funding made available with council boundary changes. We moved from Castlereagh Council into Belfast City Council. I said there was funding available for community initiatives, and we put together a proposal for a community hub on the side of the big hall, and that's now going ahead. So Belfast City Council are funding that alongside a contribution from Home Missions and also from the Church Development Board, as we had church development status before that disappeared, I think, at conference just in the summer there. What are the plans for here? Lovely new entrance, new toilet block, a corridor and this space over here is going to be the most important space, because within it there is going to be a sensory room for for children and adults with additional needs. There's going to be a couple of meeting spaces, so for the likes of, if AGNI or dementia services want to come and offer a little workshop session, they can do that. If Dream Scheme want to come up and offer a session for teenagers on addiction or things that they might battle with, peer pressure, bullying, they have those facilities there to do that. Those are going to be multifunctional, so it's going to be a bigger room with a dividing wall in the middle, so there can be two things going on at one time, and also there's going to be a little kitchenette in there as well. So it's a real opportunity for us to engage with the community. The community centre down the hill there is old, ancient, fallen apart. So it's going to be great for us to have a nice fresh new space, but also help us to engage with different groups in the community, offer the space to them, and then build those relationships. And as you probably heard, the theme throughout this is all about building relationships in our community, and that's something that we really want to improve on. So all the work is going on, and the hope is that it'll be finished by February or March of next year. So we have talked about outward mission in this video, and we've talked about inward mission, so let's talk about inward mission. So one of the things we want to do is we want to see people here deepen their relationship with Jesus. So we've shown you the sanctuary and the flexibility of the sanctuary space, that we can do different styles of worship and different styles of church. We also do Bible study. We've been doing that both online and obviously in person. We're hoping to build on our small groups. We had a couple of house groups before lockdown, but our plan is now to develop our small groups. So if I could dream dreams for Braniel and things we would like to see here and where we would like to be in maybe 5 years' time or something, I would love to see church looking a little bit different than it does now. I'd like to think that we can create loads of opportunities, different opportunities, for people to experience God, not just in the Sunday morning at 11 o'clock slot, if you like, because being a Christian isn't a one-day-a-week thing. Better engagement with the community, I think we're working on that already, but I would love to see that improve. Hopefully with the community hub down at the side of the big hall, that'll help with community engagement. In the future, I would love to see more opportunities for us to engage with the community, and for us to be doing that in 5 years' time. I would like to hope that we're definitely doing that, but also actually even in the inside mission, if you like, that actually the people who worship here feel a deeper sense of Jesus in their lives as well. So it's that inward mission and the outward mission working hand in hand, and my dream for the future is that works well.